The realm of illusion is something that we're dealing with constantly as we transition out of the realm of the soul. We've seen a great deal accomplished from the satanic agenda through what is propagated in the media, the newspapers, TV. In fact, one of our greatest concerns has been what we see happening to the youth during this present time. Not from what would seem to be on an apparent level of the dysfunctional family and the many other social implications of what has happened to the children, but we're speaking of what we see being imparted or transmitted, perhaps that's a better word, through both the books, literature, and television and movies that is changing and affecting the youth during this time, that is really attempting to determine how the future is going to unfold. And I think we said this in the book, the way the sons of God, the prophets, the seers, determine the present by seeing the future and creating it and bringing it to pass in the present. It's the same thing on the satanic side. By creating the present, they're able to control the future. I'm not sure if I said that correctly initially for the sons, but basically they see what the Father's doing, they reach in, they create it, and in so doing they control the future. That's what I meant to say. And the same thing is concerning the satanic seed, the same principle. By attempting to control the present, they are attempting to control the future. And that concerns to a great degree the children that are growing up that will have a great deal of say or input in the future. And so we have seen through Hollywood and through a lot of the literature as of late a tremendous seed of darkness that's being sown, all under the guise of, just enjoyable literature. But I will tell you this: there is only one explanation for why a movie or a book will catch on rapidly and on fire and will just spread literally over the face of the earth until you have millions and millions of readers. And that is because of the spirit behind it. If there wasn't the spirit realm behind it, the focus and intent and the energy being conveyed through that medium, then those books would never take. But there is a great deal at stake in some of these books, movies, whatnot that are happening right now, that are continuing to set a certain paradigm, a certain belief system, a certain view of reality, of values, that it may not be tremendously noticeable. It might not be shockingly different than what we're living, but it's just enough off that a little here, a little there, gradually, it pulls a generation completely off and directs them down a path of destruction and darkness. And we've seen that unfolding for the last 20 years. It's continued to gain momentum. And even with some of the most recent books and movies, which I don't need to name, the impartation or the dissemination of the spirit that's coming through these mediums is an issue, something that needs to be dealt with and brought under control by the sons of God.